People don't believe that teachers are human beings. They don't believe that police officers are human beings, that people in military garb are human beings. The guy behind the counter, you know, we talked about working at Wendy's, that great story. That's my whole goal with this vlog. Like, honestly, I just want to I literally just want to show people that, and I talk about this when I was shaving, and you guys will see this earlier. You guys probably already saw that scene where literally I get thousands of emails a day that are just nonsense. Right. I get bureaucratic, business meeting after meeting bullshit every day. But it's the comments that you make and what you say and the impact, that's worth everything. This is how sweet my students are. I got cold pizza. It's literally 8:30 a.m. I dare you to find a professor that's got that shit going for him. Kimberly, how are you? Is that cheesecake, Cheyenne?
I have no idea.
Cheyenne, you could have lied to me and said, you know, we planned this for months. Cheyenne, hey Cheyenne, it's nice to see you care. You know, I don't really know. I woke up, I had my eggs, and there's cake. I don't know what happened. I mean, God, Cheyenne, you could have gone so many different routes. Publication. I think if you're not a writing major, and this is dead serious right now, if you're not a writing major and you have a publication, even if it's just a small journal, even if it's just an online journal that you submit something, you can put that on your resume, and all things considered equal, when you're competing with somebody else, you have the same degree, same work experience, same background, same field, but you have a publication and they don't. Who are they going to hire? Yeah. This is one of those essays that can get published if you really take it for what it's worth. If you...
Wait, sorry, I was remembering something while I
What the hell is wrong with you?
You were saying.
What were you, I don't even want to ask. I don't even want to ask what you were remembering.
Because
it's probably going to piss me off. But you know what's really interesting is people get really pissed off, people get really bummed out when they don't, you know that infamous email, and I've gotten, Matthew, 6,000 of them. I can literally, Hesham, count them all. Thank you for your application. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, at this time, we decided to go in another direction. You ever get that bullshit letter or email, Diana? And you just want to be like, you know, screw you. This is really important. That shit stings. That shit stings. Now, I've got publications in various online journals and even in print, but I had 1,006 rejections. And when somebody rejects you as a job applicant, that hurts. But when somebody says your creativity sucks and you're not good at what you love to do, that burns in your chest. But there's two ways you can go about it. This is really interesting. I want everybody to pay attention to this because this is what Joey Franklin's story was all about, perspective. There's another way that you can look at that. There's a way of not taking that personally. Because 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with you. There are things in motion in this thing called life that you will never understand, ever. And that's okay. You have to be okay with that. Why do children die tragically? Why does war, famine, disease, poverty, starvation, homelessness, tragedy upon tragedy upon tragedy? You will not be able to make sense out of a lot of things. But I will say this, everything's perfect. Everything is perfect. Well, Nez, how can you say that? This 4-year-old just got ran over by a train. Everything is perfect. This dude right here cannot figure out the unbelievable immensity, the unbelievable infiniteness of this thing called the universe, and how perfect everything is, and how perfect it absolutely must be. And let me give you a small example. Did you guys know that if gravity, literally, this is true, if gravity was 0.0000001% faster, stronger, or lighter than it is, everything on Earth would fall apart. How crazy is that? Like trees would start heading into space, our skin would just like melt. You know, gravity keeps everything in place. The planets, the distance from the sun. If we were just this closer to the sun, like, we're all dead.
Yep.
We're all dead. Like vaporized. Johnny, think about that. Vaporized. That's crazy shit, y'all. Okay, Nez, what does that have to do with me getting rejected from a job? What does that have to do with me not getting published? Everything. Everything. Please don't forget this. Everything. Don't think about what I'm saying right now. Let it marinate. Let it cook in here. Don't think about it. Don't use this to try to make sense out of it. Let it get in there. Okay, I'm done. So, I want to see papers. I want to workshop. Let's eat pizza. Let's have fun. I want to talk. Who wants to go first just to meet with me? I'm so confused. I mean, you don't bring, hey, Cheyenne, what am I? Am I animal? I feel like animal. Amy, look at me. Amy, look at me, seriously. Don't stop. Now, let me ask you this. This is a really important question. How do you feel when you write? How do you feel inside? I mean, how do you feel? Is it just like I'm doing this for an assignment, or how does it make you feel?
I like it. I like writing the way that I like to write, though. Does that make
Are you
sense?
saying that my suggestions are not the way you want to write?
No.
Because what I'm trying to do, let me just tell you really quickly, my suggestions are trying to make your purpose more effective.
No, I like to.
How long should your essay be? How many pages? Sydney?
2.
1 page?
1.5.
How many pages?
2.
Victor, what's your guess?
3.
Matthew, what do you think? 3. Amy? Bahar? 3. Yasmin?
As many as we need to get all our descriptions in.
That's the right answer.
What I said.
Whatever your purpose is, whatever you want to get across to your audience, that's how long it should be. That's why I eliminate the word count. Every word should count. Every word should burn, be inflamed with purpose. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm being dead serious now, no joking. What is your purpose? You want to make somebody laugh. Did you achieve that? You want to inform somebody about your background, your life. Did you achieve that? Did you paint enough of that vivid picture so that your audience, this is what your audience needs to do. Okay, you ready? Tatiana, look at me. This is what your audience needs to do. Your audience needs to go, I totally get it. That totally makes sense to me. I totally understand what Tatiana was trying to say. If your audience does this, I can't tell if it's, I don't know what's really happening. You've lost. Forget good or bad. Good or bad doesn't matter. You know, who cares if your audience says it's good or bad? The only way they can get to good or bad is if they understand it first. If they don't understand it first, they can't come up with a conclusion whether it's good or bad. And by the way, good or bad is all subjective anyway. Please listen to this. Please heed this. This is the most important point. Your audience, you know how you've been told your entire life, you have to persuade your audience, you have to sell your audience, you have to convince them, you have to, make sure that they completely go on your side of the fence. Bullshit. Your only objective as a writer or a communicator is to make sure that your audience understands you first. Because the greatest disease of all time is Cricket, cricket, cricket. What's the greatest disease of all mankind? It's not Ebola. What is it?
Misunderstanding.
Thank you. Somebody pays attention in this class. Yeah, I was like, I went at it. No, you weren't.
I said that a while ago. Everybody hates being misunderstood. Oh my God.
Yes, that's true. Thank you, Tatiana. That's absolutely true.
You're welcome.
Everybody hates being misunderstood. I think if you really look at all the fights, quarrels, wars, disagreements, family divorces, separations, I think if you look at a lot of them, 99% of them, there's always those outliers. If you just go back and trace it back, it was one large, gigantic mountain of misunderstanding. That's it. Your audience needs to understand you. That's your only objective. Okay? I actually feel like if you can describe that progression in those weeks and that torture as best as you can, like literally, when you say interactions were like this, when you say...
Okay, so you want me to explain that? Okay.
And same thing I told to internal stream of consciousness. Who was I telling that to? Sydney or somebody. I can't remember who I was saying that to.
No, I forgot the Berhar, the guy.
Bahar, yeah, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
So giving that internal stream of consciousness, that psychological stream of consciousness, will make this feeling and that sentiment come to life more fully. Yeah. Because that's the shit I love.
I know.
I love that shit. Did you write that just for me?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have other ones.
I was going to say, talk about knowing your audience. You're like, oh, he'll love this shit. My recommendation to you, you create content. You create a blog, a daily blog or weekly blog, writing down all these things that you've learned and all the experiences. Watch what happens. You could get like amazing reactions, amazing following, hundreds of thousands of website visitors. It could change your life. And then you could do what I do, go speaking around the world, make a lot of money, creating value for people. I'm not making a lot of money traveling around the world, but I mean, I'm gonna get there. And you'll feel good about it because you're putting all that hurt and pain to unbelievable use, which is getting it back.
That's why I chose my profession.
And here's the crazy thing. If you're not comfortable in video, if you're not comfortable in audio, if you're not comfortable in public speaking, if you're not comfortable in big groups, you can write an amazing blog because guess what? You have the talent to write. I would create a weekly blog or at least 2 blogs a month. Maybe start with 2 blogs a month that are filled with unbelievable truth, beauty, and value. Like your first blog could be called My Story. And just like a 1-page blog, just getting in depth. The next blog could be called The First Things I Learned About What I Went Through. The third, you know what I mean? You do a series. I'm dead serious. I think you go on LinkedIn, you publish it on LinkedIn, you go on Medium. Medium is a blog site, or more importantly, create your own website and do your blogs. And here's the thing, when you publish it, you start getting reactions. Not only is it good for you just to get that out of your system, but when you start seeing people go, holy shit, I can relate to that. Like, thank you for writing this. Like when people comment on my YouTube channel, when people comment on my live streams, when people comment on my anything, and they say like, Nez, this changed my life. Nez, this was so inspiring. Nez, this is exactly what I'm going through. I dare you to find a feeling that even comes close to that. This is the craziness. Come with me, Hesham, and you guys. But this spot right here, this little knoll right here, this is where, oh, actually, you know what? They took the tree out. There was a tree right here. There was a tree right here, and they took it out. This is the knoll, 20, 30 years ago. Right behind me, that's the knoll where me and my friends in the 1990s, 1995, I think I went to school here in 1995. So how many years ago is that? I'm not good with math.
23 years.
23 years ago. We used to sit on that knoll. Dumb, douchey 18, 19-year-olds. Community college. Smoking pot. A lot of pot in those days. I had no clue what we're doing. And here I am now, a professor at the very same university where I was just a hippie dippy schmucky kid. Isn't that crazy? Life is a funky thing, Hesham. Don't ever forget that. Life is a very, very funky thing. Came full circle, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's just craziness. All right. Hey, thank you so much for everything. You know where to find me.
Yeah, sure.
Make sure you stay in touch.
Yeah, definitely.
And
thanks for the class.
I appreciate you, man. No,
Thank you.
really,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. And keep writing, keep fighting, and stay in touch, okay?
Definitely will.
All right, my brother.
I'll see you.
I'll see you. Which way are you going? Are you going this way?
Over there.
Let's go together. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Please, I am begging you, please. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't seen the first vlog, go watch the first vlog. Click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so that every time I publish one of these, you get a little banner thingamajigger across your phone. It says, yo, 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 here's your daily feed. Here's your daily vitamin. Here's your daily dose of a day in the life of Nez. Vlog Nation, y'all. Nez Nation, Vlog Nation. It's on like Donkey Kong.